Wanna see how some of wanna stay, wanna love criticize the people that might have accent in them patois. But you see, wanna see a man, wanna see white people, it come like wanna turn fool, it come like wanna turn idiot. You see the bag of foolishness when me here? Let me demonstrate. Mango tree, mango 3. Lion, learn. Hanger, hanger. What that? What is that? Please, stop embarrassing me, stop embarrass yourself, and stop embarrassing the English A and B teacher, please.
What a lucky thing say with the America look green card. Mommy, what would have happened if they send me back to China? Una dead.
That's all my father them when they wake up themselves. Yeah. Joe sing good morning.
How here?
And they say Shak Joe is breakfast.
Breakfast.
Me not know no more Chinese language, period. Anybody want to say me know it? Yes, me know it, but me not talking it. I know what I know. When she got China, she know not much either.
Talk to him again. He ain't shining.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but yes, I'm Jamaican. Whole heap of people don't believe me. Them don't believe I come from Jamaica because I'm Chinese. But what a lot of American people don't know is whole heap of Chinese people come from Jamaica. Whole heap of them, all over the place. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, yes, even though I'm Jamaican, I don't smoke weed. Everybody, first thing I tell them, that I come from Jamaica, them say, you smoke weed? You know, I don't smoke weed. You know, it's even illegal in Jamaica to smoke weed.
Good people, I'm so happy to be here today. Fellow Patriots and lovely people, welcome back to another big episode of the Diaspora Review. I'm your host, Sam, and I'm also glad that you're here. So before we dive into our today's amazing discussion, please take a moment and do these 3 super simple yet incredible and helpful things. Like this video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. You know what, your support means the world, and it helps us bring you more fantastic content. Guys, let us get into this thing. So today we are talking about a fascinating journey into the heart of Jamaica, a country that truly embodies its motto, out of many, one people. We are going to explore the vibrant and diverse cultural tapestry that makes Jamaica so unique. You might be surprised by some of these stories we uncover here. For instance, we'll meet a Chinese-Jamaican who speaks fluent Patois, a clear testament to how deeply interwoven cultures on the islands are, So this challenges the common assumption that Jamaica is solely a nation of one racial group. We'll also touch on some interesting facts like the legal status of marijuana there, which has evolved quite a bit. Then we'll hear from Ram Haraj Rakbir, an incredible LL Indian-Jamaican. His family's journey to the island began way back in 1907, and their story is a powerful example of how immigrant communities have shaped Jamaica. You learn about their significant contributions to agriculture, including establishing the first successful rice mill on the island. The Indian community's influence extends far beyond farming, deeply enriching Jamaican culture, especially its delicious cuisine. Finally, we'll touch on the power of spiritual beliefs and the importance of creating your own happiness, something truly universal. And on a more personal note, I'll share a brief, heartwarming and an anecdote about a dream involving a deceased relative. It's our reminder of our connections and yours. So get ready for this eye-opening and heartwarming experience. Let us watch the rest of the video, and then I'll be back with my further analysis to tell you what has been happening in Jamaica with these immigrant communities. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. I'll be back.
My father had some friend, and they want the friends them to do what, you know what I mean? And them follow them friends, them come to Jamaica. And when them come to Jamaica now, the people them who employ them have them different places. My father went in St. Mary. No, my father used to do agriculture in India. I know the banana tree, how to plant and all them things there. So they like him because he know the routines. Yeah. And he did well. After that, in 1920 or 920, somewhere, came to Kingston Pen and called the place Kingston Pen because the whole Indians live there. You know what I mean?
He went to school in Kingston for a short while.
My father never had no money to send me to high school. So I went to learn trade. And how I get a trade, there was a gentleman, Dr. Varma. He was the president of the East Indian Association. Because these people then form a society. I have most big people who understand, they start to cooperate with the Indians them.
He got married and had 8 children of his own.
You never wish to go back to India and visit there.
Well,
now you are 93.
What really happened,
Yeah.
I have relatives go to India,
Yeah.
and them invited me. But because of my work, I have 8 children.
What were you doing actually in your younger
I'm a
time?
machinist.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Okay.
I went to work 1944, and the place closed at 207. One place I worked right through.
While sharing photographs, the retired machinist who worked at KIG for over 50 years took great care to pass on the knowledge of his parents' homeland, India, their cultural mores, values, and the contribution of the Indian community to Jamaica's development.
A life story of Indian in general. What they used to do in India, pass it on to me. You understand?
The inclusion of the East Indians into Jamaica would enrich and expand the local tapestry. They were the first to successfully grow rice in Jamaica, establishing the island's first successful rice mill in the 1890s.
I always cook dal, tarkari, Irish potato, which is hollow, string bean, long peas, generally these things.
And I spoke to your brother Jason, and I asked him, what is it to come from such a rich legacy and line, such as Aunt Marie, your grandfather Harry, Uncle Charlie. How do you say the last brother?
My last brother is
Gimzai, and then Albert. Knowing what you know, what are your thoughts?
Well, I feel honored. Actually, not a lot of people get to experience, two cultures, and to have Aunt Marie, our legacy, our legend here, to be able to tell us stories about what our family experienced back then. It's heartbreaking to hear what she has to go through, and sometimes when she's telling the story, she gets very emotional, which gets us emotional, but I think it's a story that needs to be told so that we can, continue this for generations to come. So, I feel honored to be a part of this family, to hear the story and to share it with my kids. And my youngest, Riley, who's 8 years old, she gets super excited when she's around Aunt Marie. Aunt Marie loves her.
That's nice.
Just to be able to, share
that's a great
stories.
connection. You're bridging the gap, right?
Anytime Aunt Marie comes here, she's like, "Where's my girl Riley? Where's my girl Riley?"
right.
So no, I feel
and you're blessed, and I have to say, because Aunt Marie at 96
this month.
Jesus, happy birthday in advance. And bless you. To be cognizant, aware, and have all of your faculties like that is such a blessing to hand down generationally. And I want to thank you for sharing this story with us. And I'm going to come back after. Absolutely.
This now is the twist which I don't understand. They usually say 9 nights before the body raise, and start walk the earth. That is the same. However, when my father died, the following day, he dreamt me, or had a dream about him. And I said, I said, Daddy, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? I couldn't understand. I said, what are you really doing here? It's not 9 years yet after you're dead. So what are you doing here? And he said, this guy, young guy, helped me to cross over, right? So how is everybody? How is everything? That's what he said to me.
Right.
I said, everything good. He said, Charmaine, you know, William. He said, everything is fine, you know. And then I said, who is this guy? Who is this young person? You're not supposed to cross over so soon. And he said, oh, you don't know him. But you know, he helped me cross over. That is the following day after he died, right? So I said, okay, fine. I didn't want to say, boy, Daddy, what you doing here and you're dead or you passed? Because Jamaican old time saying, say, when you dream somebody and you say to them, what you doing here? You know dead or you passed, right? So I try my best not to say, you should not supposed to be because you passed already. So I never say it at all. So one day, I was talking to Uncle Charlie, who passed on April the 15th, 2024. This year Uncle Charlie passed. And Uncle Charlie had some pictures. And I'm looking at the pictures. And I said, oh my God, that's the guy I saw in the dream, that young guy. That is the guy. And Daddy wouldn't tell me who he is. And Uncle Charlie said, that's our brother Albert. When they dropped the bomb and everybody disappeared and we never see Albert again. He said, that's Albert. I said, but that's the guy I saw in the dream.
Wow.
That's him.
Wow.
So Aunt Marie, it's Albert that allowed him to cross over one day after we buried him.
Wow.
I saw him exactly the picture Uncle Charlie
And you had never seen him before?
I have never seen Albert in my life.
Wow.
I don't know who he is, what he looks like, nothing. Uncle Charlie just had some old pictures.
Right.
And I was just, you know, going through it and him showing me some things going back way back when.
Right, of course.
And I saw the picture. I said, who is this young guy?
Right.
Who is this guy? Him looked like him maybe was about 12 years old. Something very,
So
very
that had
young.
to be a picture from China.
Yes, it's a picture. I think, what the picture? No, I wanted you, Daddy, Uncle Charlie, when they were younger, right? But Albert, never had a picture of him, never saw him in my life.
Wow.
But I saw him the day after we buried Daddy.
You know, we're here from creation, all of us, you know, through the love of the Creator. And because of the energy, create matter. So that's how we come to evolve to be like this on Earth. But when you check in families, your bloodline and all that, I'm not saying it don't matter, but it's more a spiritual thing now. You know, like maybe first time it used to matter where you come from or this or that. But for me right now, is accepting everyone as an energy, a spirit. So I don't put a label. So I don't label people from where they come from or what religion or anything. Just deal with them as, you know. But as for me, I just here for a time, just like all of us, we're on our journey. And growing up in Jamaica as a Chinese-Jamaican was different because I found that I was more privileged than most of my friends. But I didn't know prejudice until I came to the United States. Because we just used to, you know, share everything and, you know, play with each other and stuff like that. But, you know, the older you get into the world and then everybody split up. But for me, I just keep the connection with the memories, that the experience that we share with each other. And even if your matter is not here, the energy is still here, you know? So that's why as an Earth family, we're all Earth people. So the Earth family is people who really love themselves, care about themselves, and just want to free up, you know? Free up. And if everybody could live free, they wouldn't want sadness. For me, you can't say who right, who wrong. It's just either you choose happiness or you choose sadness. So like would I say, it's not good or bad. It's either you choose to happy or you choose to sad. You know what I mean? So put them things in music for just, you know? Yeah. But, yeah, man. But, you know, life is precious, you know. It's a gift. In the present moment is now, you know. This is the ever-living life. This consciousness that we have here. And it's just that we're in this third dimension. But it's more than that, you know. I know it's more, it's a higher, a creator. But they want to be, you call him God, Anunnaki, you know, aliens or whatever. Because God is an alien, when you check it out. They don't live on Earth, so they're extraterrestrial, right? So they always tell us to look up to the heavens. You know? Heaven is right here, you know. You create your own heaven. Like the man made a world, and from ever since this world have power to control people and in every nation, no? So you have to create your own world, you know, to live in if you want happiness, you know. You have to go in yourself and create what's inside of you instead of looking on the YouTubes and the nice Netflix things, Hollywood, and creating that inside of you. But you need to go inside of you and create what's inside of you to put out, just like them, you know. I know Hollywood start, right? Merlin the magician. His wand was made out of a tree named Holly. So Hollywood, you know. When I went to France, I learned that. I was in Britannia, so I saw these nice big trees. I said, hey, to the promoter, hey, what kind of trees? I said, hey, they're holly trees. I said, holly? Holy or holly? I said, holly. I said, holly? At the time I didn't hear about holly trees, you know. And he said, and he was boasting like, hey, that's where Merlin the magician got his wand. That was like in the early.
Welcome back everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the incredible video. It really drives home how much immigrant communities in Jamaica have not only adapted to but profoundly enriched the country's culture and society. They've woven themselves into its unique tapestry in countless ways. The enduring impact of these Indian immigrants. Let's talk about these Indian immigrants here. So, it is a remarkable story of Indian immigrants in Jamaica. Their journey and contributions are truly foundational. Arrival. Let us talk the arrival and settlements, because many Indian people, like the family of Ram Haraj Ragbir, began arriving in Jamaica as early as 1907. They settled in various places across the island, including St. Thomas and later Kingston, planting roots that will flourish for generations. Right. Let us talk about the agricultural practice too. I mean, the agricultural expertise. These new arrivals brought in valuable agricultural knowledge with them, particularly when it comes to crops like bananas. But perhaps their most groundbreaking contribution was in rice cultivation. They were the first to successfully grow rice in Jamaica, even establishing the island's first successful rice mill in the 1890s. Right? To this day, their influence is strongly felt in Jamaica's agricultural sector. Imagine the dedication and innovation it took to introduce an entirely new staple crop and build the infrastructure for its processing. Talk about culinary infusion. Okay, this is something truly delicious here. Food. Indian immigrants introduced a vibrant array of spices, including the now ubiquitous curry powder to the Jamaican cuisine. Traditional Indian dishes such as curry goat, curried potatoes, eggplant, butter chicken, and roti haven't just been adopted. They've become deeply integrated and beloved parts of the national diet. Foods like dal, takari, alo, that's potato, string beans, and long peas, commonly prepared in Indian-Jamaican household, also found their way into the broader local cuisine. So next time you enjoy flavoring Jamaican curry, remember the rich culinary heritage that brought those tastes to the island. Let's talk about the economic and social development that came with it. So beyond the farm and kitchen, Indian Jamaicans continue to make significant impacts in diverse fields such as medicine, manufacturing, inbound businesses, and sports. They also understood the power of community forming societies like the East Indian Association, which fostered cooperation both among Indians and with the wider Jamaican community. As the sources have been telling us and emphasizing that their inclusion didn't just add to the population, it will enrich and expand the local tapestry. Let us talk about the cultural legacy. Their life stories, cultural mores, and values from their homeland India were carefully passed down through generations. This highlights the incredible dedication to preserving and sharing their heritage within the unique Jamaican context, ensuring that their roots were never forgotten, even as new branches grew on Jamaican soil. Well, let us talk about the unique presence of Chinese immigrants. Okay. We've seen from this video that it has touched upon the fascinating story of Chinese immigrants in Jamaica. Let us talk about their presence and integration, because Chinese people have had a significant and visible presence throughout Jamaica. Many are born there or moved to the island at a young age, growing up fully immersed in Jamaican life. Let us talk about their language adaptation and how they have been able to assimilate into the society. A truly striking adaptation, and that one often surprises people outside of Jamaica, is that many Chinese Jamaicans speak Patois. Yeah, the common Jamaican dialect. This isn't just about picking up a few phrases. It's about a deep linguistic integration that speaks volumes about their connection to the very island. Imagine the surprise of someone expecting to hear Mandarin or Cantonese and instead being greeted with fluent Patois like, yo, wagwan my people. Like, okay, that's nice. Now, Jamaican Chinese often experience a social environment different from what they might have encountered elsewhere. One individual noted a surprising sense of privilege and a general lack of prejudice until they moved into the United States. This suggests a remarkably harmonious integration within the Jamaican society, where people from different backgrounds often share experiences and even play together, fostering a sense of unity. Overall, let's talk about the overall Jamaican cultural identity, because out of many, one people, Jamaica's national motto, that is not just a slogan, it is a living, breathing reality. It encapsulates the profound integration of people from incredibly diverse backgrounds into a unified Jamaican identity. The population of Jamaica is not solely of African descent. It is a vibrant mosaic that includes Indians, Chinese, Portuguese, French, and so many other people. All right, these different people, whether of color or born in different lands, have truly come together as one, calling themselves Jamaicans and sharing a common language, Patois. This shared dialect is a powerful symbol of their successful adaptation and the melting pot that is Jamaican. Modern Jamaican identity is profoundly shaped by this rich tapestry of diverse ethnic and cultural influences. The story of Ram Haraj Rakbir's family and the Chinese-Jamaican Patois speaker perfectly illustrates how individuals navigate the balance between their ancestral origins and their Jamaican heritage. They do this by actively preserving their cultural traditions, making invaluable contributions to the nation's development, and wholeheartedly embracing a shared national identity. So, how do these people maintain their ancestral connections while they're in Jamaica? Let us explore about how they keep their ancestral connection alive while they're still in Jamaica. So, passing down family history and culture, someone like Ram Haraj Rakbir, who is a centenarian and a true patriarch, is a living repository of experiences. He meticulously shared the rich historic and culture life of his family's journey to Jamaica from Indian in 1907 and his own experiences growing up and raising a family in Jamaica. He took great care to pass on the knowledge of his parents' homeland, India, their cultural mores and values, his relative Jason powerfully emphasizes the importance of continuing this legacy, noting that Auntie Marie's story is through heartbreaking to hear what she has gone she has gone through, needs to be told so that we can continue this for generations to come. That is Jason actively sharing these stories with his own children, mentioning how his youngest daughter Riley gets up super excited when she's around Aunt Mary. This intergenerational transfer of knowledge is vital for preserving identity. So, what about preserving traditional practices and knowledge? Haraj Rakbir's father brought invaluable agricultural knowledge from India, knowing the banana tree, how to plant, and all of those things. This knowledge was highly valued in Jamaica and contributed significantly to the island's agricultural development. As we have discussed earlier, the Indian community was instrumental in being the first to successfully grow rice in Jamaica, leading to the establishment of the island's first successful rice mill in 1890s. So how about integrating ancestral cuisine and in this new Jamaican environment? The enduring influence, of course, of Indian cuisine on Jamaican food is a testament to cultural preservation. The Indian community introduced a range of spices, including curry powder, to Jamaican cuisine. And as we know, traditional Indian foods like potatoes, eggplant, butter chicken, chicken food. You know that song from Vibes Cartel, Rot have been stepped and infused into the national cuisine. So this guy himself fondly remembers his mother always cooking dal, takari, potato, which is aloo, string bean, long peas. These ain't just dishes, my people. They're expressions of heritage. So let us go to this Chinese guy, the Chinese-Jamaican speaker, who offered a beautiful philosophy that transcends physical levels of origin or religion. She expressed that it doesn't matter, but it is more spiritual thing now, advocating for accepting everyone as an energy, a spirit, rather than categorizing people from where they come from or what religion or anything. This perspective highlights a deeper, more universal connection that can bind people together, regardless of their background. So, how do these people embrace the Jamaican heritage alongside maintaining their ancestral ties? Because these communities have wholeheartedly embraced the Jamaican heritage, So, like adopting Jamaican identity and language. For instance, this Chinese-Jamaican speaker explicitly identifies as Jamaican, even noting that people don't believe me. They don't believe me I come from Jamaica because I'm Chinese, I look like Chinese. She also highlights that many Chinese people come from Jamaica, holding them all over the place, her ability to speak Patois, the common Jamaican dialect, it is a powerful indicator of integration and shared language that unites the diverse population of that Jamaican island. So, how do they contribute to the Jamaican society and economy? Let us talk about this. The Indian community's inclusion into the Jamaican the Jamaican community will enrich and expand the local tapestry. They have significantly influenced fields such as medicine, agriculture, manufacturing, inbound businesses, and sports. For instance, this guy Haraj Rakbir himself worked as a machinist at KG for over 50 years, a remarkable contributions to Jamaica's development. These contributions demonstrate a deep commitment to their adopted homeland. So, the integration into the national fabric, as the sources have clearly explained, Jamaica is not a solely black people nation, but a blend of various groups, including Indians, Portuguese, French, and Chinese people, and many others. So this rich diversity is beautifully encapsulated in the national motto, one out of many, one people. It signifies that individuals from different backgrounds have truly come together and they call themselves Jamaicans and speak a common dialect, that is Patois. So guys, I hope you've watched this video. I hope you've enjoyed it to the very end. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, turn on post notifications. Hit that notification bell on so that every time I post new videos, you'll be the first person to get notified about my good thing. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Peace out.